Okay, let's get this show on the road here. And evening, Scott, Mayna. I'm pretty sure Jeff is in here somewhere, is hiding. And whoever else is here, jump in chat. Feel free. I don't bite. So, I've been doing some more research on the issues with the Jake brakes. As of right now, get over onto this screen here. You can see oil temperature for the motor is within specs. So I've been looking at a few other things. Rebuild kits for these things. So, worst case scenario, the Jakes just need to be rebuilt. And that'd probably cost me probably a couple grand. But that's all I can do right now. So what's your thoughts of what I've done so far this week? We did pass the state inspection. I couldn't believe I forgot all about that windshield washer pump, fluid pump. I figured you were, Jeff. You were hiding somewheres, lurking in the dark. I'm hoping to get it to sound something similar to that. I don't want it too rude. Nice bassy tone. Because you got this something like this one here. This one's a little. Don't get me wrong, it sounds good, but it's still a little rude. How was your vacation, Mayna, anyways? I wouldn't doubt you're in bed. You were in bed at 3 a.m. when I had to wake your ass up. I was up at 10 o'clock last night. I got yesterday's video. I explained it, and I did record a couple clips this morning. I was going to bring the truck down and work on it some more today, but with what I've done for the past few days, I've really exerted myself. My back is paying for it today. So I decided to skip doing anything today, relax for a little bit. But last night, yeah, you made it though. Yeah. But after last night, I got the video edited and uploaded. I crashed, fell asleep, woke up about 10, between 10 and 10:30 last night. Stayed up all night, make sure I got Scotty to the airport because he's on his own vacation. So I'm back in his driveway at probably 10 minutes after 3 this morning, figuring he'd be up, ready to go. Shoot him a message, text on his phone. Waited probably 5 minutes or so, no reply. Sent him another one. No reply. So about 3:25, about 15 minutes after I got there, I called him. The vulgarity he was saying was pretty comical. He's like, "What time is it?" And all of a sudden you hear it. He goes, "Uh-oh." So, but he still made it to the airport on time this morning. I drop him off. I come home. I take another nap. I'm me see here. Oh, okay. So you swapped over from Twitch to YouTube now, Scott. Okay. Let's see here. Can I do... Yeah, I remember you telling me about that. And Scott, you have the same permissions on Twitch as you do on this channel now. Or platform, I should say, not channel, but platform. A nap. I don't sleep through the night anymore. I just take naps here and there. So, what did everybody think of the videos from this week? I don't think they did too bad. This right here was my own stupidity, running out of fuel, trusting the fuel gauge. That was my own stupidity. I gotta check something here. Of course, they don't like it if I show my analytics. Yes, I have put more fuel in the truck. That was the first thing I did after I pulled out getting those new tires on. I put, 25 gallons in the passenger side tank. Because I didn't want to put any more into the driver's side tank because on this one, where we rolled...
Morning!
Where we rolled the fuel tank. See? Look how where it is right now. It is literally straight up and down. Yeah, thanks, Mina. It was definitely something I needed to do. I want to make sure the truck was good, and that's why I took it over to that guy. He's real anal on stuff like that because it's his inspection license, so he definitely makes sure things are done right. And of course, that was expensive as hell. Have I been able to figure out why the tank was rolled? Is there something in the way that made them do that? No, I don't. I think I couldn't figure out anything why they did that. But the only thing I can think of is they did that just try to get more capacity in the tank. But by doing that, Rolling it back, of course, anybody that deals with these trucks knows took the vent and rolled it backwards, so it actually lowered the height of the vent. I have no idea why they did that. Not a clue. But of course, as I explained in the video, these studs were a half inch too short. They were barely, not even quite a full nut of thread. The threads did not stick out of the nuts, so I had to go get new ones. And the owner of this place, the Main Pellet Sales, he's let me use the shop all the time to work on the truck. He come down, brought me the fuel. When they told me I needed new studs, I told them, I said, go ahead and do it. They said they can't do them because they don't have anybody that's brake certified. Now, as the owner of the truck, I can do whatever I want. Mark, did I find that bolt yet? Does that answer your question? Right there. Is this the bolt you were talking about, or the one for the alternator? The one for the alternator I have in the pickup. I just keep forgetting it in the pickup to bolt the alternator onto the motor. And all I did was put the stud in, put the nut on, pull a nut off of this, use it as a jam nut, drive it in. But if this is the one you're talking about, yes, I did. Now, as I said, the next thing I got to do is get the sticker on the back of the truck, which is right behind me. I got that to do. Put on the back. My thoughts are, I was thinking of is taking the sticker, put it on the back of the truck, try to center it as best I possibly could, stick it on the truck, and then just cut out like this pocket here and put it up and just push it straight in. I do have one on my other dump truck I got here. It's a plywood one. I'd have to drill. I could just drill and bolt it to the back of the truck. I've already got all the stuff, Mina. Yes, I know. I gotta clean up the rims. I was going to do, that's going to be a full day process to clean up all those rims. It's gonna be an all day job. It's gonna take several days to do that by hand. I could take them off and I can take them off and take them up to Bangor. And I think they got one up in Bangor. I can't remember if they got one down, but they got guys that will polish them on a machine for you. I think Hollywood Chrome Shop up in Bangor. Pretty sure they've got a wheel polishing machine. I was kind of looking at one. I think, but anyways, yeah, they got some in the wrong pipe. Taking a drink, wrong pipe. They got some in the area. I just don't know how close the nearest one is. It's like I think it's like $125 a wheel to have them polished. It will be. I've done it. I will not deny. I have done like my Freightliner. I've done that by hand. I've got the buffing wheels in the compound, and a couple they're angle grinders with the wheels and compound. I just don't have them here because I used them on that video with the 71 Arctic Cat Panther that when I polished. All right, give me a second here. Oh, I'll go around the screen way over here. Give me a second. When I did that Arctic Cat Panther snowmobile, if you haven't seen that one, come here. No, I don't want that one. I want that. '72, sorry. '72 Panther. Cut it out. I've showed this video before on the channel, but the computer will crash probably. But let's see here. See, I got these wheels. I got this grinder here with this wheel. Of course, I got the orbital sander. Mr. Somebody, how you doing, bud? Again, it was very nice to meet you. I want to make sure I definitely say that. But anyways, this is like what we call the first cut wheel. But here's what I did on this snowmobile. Be the same process I have to do on the rims. This was after sanding the whole sled down. No, back it up a little bit. I mean, look at you can already start to see the buffing wheel on the aluminum. So this will be quite the process. I think this sled took me 2 days. Oh, here's the other grinder on the floor as well with the other wheel. I mean, yeah, see it's not quite a mirror finish, but that's only the first cut. So that'll... That's only first cut. See the before and after already. Okay, here's the other one with the polishing wheel. These will be the steps that I'll have to take on each one of the rims on the truck. I noticed I was going a little too slow on this because there's other guys that do it professionally, and I noticed I'm a little bit slower than they are. That's the one thing about it. There is another wheel I can use to help polish it off a little bit better. And I noticed I did something stupid. all the wiggle marks there. I didn't use a clean cloth to wipe it off. I wound up scratching the shit out of it. You see what it looks. This was just us screwing around before polishing all day. Now, that's what I always. It took me a whole day just to do this one side of the sled. All day long just to do this one side. See, here's the other grinder I was using with a polishing buffing wheel. Here's a polishing compound I was using. Compound sticks. I won't say it. Now, if you look in the background here, these are some of his sleds. You got a Mach Z back there. He's actually, since this has been done, back wall over on this side of the shop has now got racking, and all the sleds have moved over there. All right, that's what it looks like all put together. But again, that's what it looks like when I get done. Put the seat on it. This view doesn't change, but say it doesn't look too bad. How about you? What do you guys think? Original seat. No speedo attack on this. I'll open them. So that's that one. But yes, I have to agree. The rims do need to be cleaned up. Because yeah, it did. It come out real nice, Mana. And yes, these rims do look like hell. I do need to get them cleaned and polished. They actually need, like, this one here needs to be sanded. All of them actually, in all rights, all of them need to be sanded and polished. What is a Pete going to work? Possibly tomorrow. I got a couple loads to haul tomorrow for the guy that owns this building here to his house. So he wants me to haul a couple loads over there, a load of compost and a load of loam. And he's going to let me use his DOT numbers. So if we get stopped, I get stopped by DOT, he's going to be riding with me in the truck. So he wants me to haul a couple loads for him. Of course, he's got to bring the checkbook to write the checks for the product. So he wants to go for me with on the first ride with the truck, first deliveries. Of course, he's going. I have no issues with that because he's the one that he let me use this shop for a couple weeks to work on the truck. And granted, on the past few Saturdays that I've been working straight on my truck, yes, I do run the store for him on Saturdays. Past 2 weeks since I've had the truck working on it, I didn't put any time for that just because show my appreciation for letting me get work on my truck in his shop. He's paying the light bill, the heating, and let me use everything I can. I'd have replaced like airlines I've used. I've had to steal some airlines from him. I've replaced that stuff on him, and he's actually wanting me to aside from purchase half of this this store. You put a ton of work into the truck. I have. I do appreciate the acknowledgement of that. He's willing to rent out basically this bay where the truck's sitting right now to work on it. I can't use the other bay. Let me see here. Where is it? I walk over to it in here somewhere. Yeah, basically this bay right here. Just because if I be working on it, between using brake clean, any diesel that might spill or anything like that, where this furnace right here heats the whole building, right here is the fresh air intake for it. Is the intake for the vent to blow the heat up into the upstairs, into the apartments and the office. The smell would get in throughout the whole building, so we don't want that. So we're going to try to keep all the truck repairs in where the dump truck is at right now. I did mention earlier that he was going to try to put in another door. Basically right here behind me. I think he said he's going to come over 2 foot and put another 12-foot door in right here. Right behind me. So we're going to lose all the space for, not all, but a lot of space for storage for product. So he wants to be able to back, if I'm not there, back both his trucks inside the building. Is what he's looking at doing for maybe not this year, because he wants to put that addition on for storing some of the. Do I get they in the view here? Can't remember. But anyways, the blue pallets, all the bio blocks and stuff. He wants to put in a little addition on for that. I did talk about that addition as well. The only thing I do think I'm gonna have to get, come on, is a fan shroud for the motor, so it will cool the engine down a little more efficiently, because there is no fan shroud on the radiator or around the fan. So I might have to get one of those just to improve the cooling of the motor. I have not checked the differentials, Jeff. No, I have not. That is one thing I have been trying to get to doing, and I have not. I do have gear or differential fluid here. So yeah, I definitely got to check those. I got to check the differentials, the transmission as well. But now, this truck will actually hold air pressure overnight. Before, I would say within about 6 hours. I think it was about 6 hours that the truck would actually lose all air pressure. Hopefully you can get the DOT set up. Yes, Mr. Somebody. Right now, I have... Actually, I got to check my email. I have sent out a request for a DOT compliance audit to make sure everything's good to reactivate my DOT number. Okay, there's that. Yeah. Oh, BOC3. I think that's the only thing I haven't done yet. I've done my UCR. So let me check that real quick. I've done my UCR and my MCS. I think that's the only thing I have not done yet. Don't mind me, everyone. I'm just trying to... I want to make sure everything's good to go. So I'm just doing this really quick. Oh yeah, of course. You got to pay for it. Which card? Which card? Nope, none of those. See, as of right now, you're hearing me just trying to make sure I get everything taken care of. Oh, wrong one. Oh, what am I doing here? I am messing up big time. Let's see if it goes through. Okay, it says it's gone. This is what I got. It says your filing has been taken care of, so they received it. So there we go. Fuel gauge accurate now? No. Fuel gauge is nowhere near accurate. The only time it's accurate is when the tank is full. That's the only time nothing is accurate. Accurate or half a tank. And that's it. I gotta fix that. Right now I'm more gonna be more concerned on getting the truck running, getting some income money coming in. Only thing I'm gonna have to do is just make sure I keep the tanks full. So now it says the BOC3, MCS 150, and my UCR are all up to date. So I should be good to get my DOT number released back to me. Because as I said, I had my DOT number suspended because of I didn't use it. Do you ever think about doing excavation services for businesses? Getting a trailer and a backhoe? No. Because then you fall into a little bit of a different category with the excavation. Now you're having to deal with DigSafe and a few other, all the underground utilities. I don't want that headache. With this right here, I just let them throw it in. I haul it off, take it to wherever it needs to go, dump it, go back and do it again. The only thing I have to worry about is overhead power lines. That's something you can see. And it's just a couple more pieces of equipment to have to try to keep maintained. This truck right here is going to be, I'm going to have my hands full for a while to getting it up to where I don't have to work on it every weekend. Hopefully. But right now, I don't see any real anything in the future that needs any major attention besides the jakes on the motor. That's it. And let everybody know, I misread my insurance bill. I think I told everybody that the insurance for this thing was like, this truck was like $16,000 a year, I think is what I said. Was it last week? I think it was last week I mentioned that the insurance on this thing, this truck surprised the living hell out of me, saying it was $16,000 for a year insurance. Well, let you know, I miswrote this. Here it is. Is this it? Is this the bill right here? Yeah. Yeah, this is the bill right here. Yeah. Right there. Yeah. I read this bill as needing to pay $4,447 every 3 months. It's actually $4,447 a year. Did I get the side turn signals mounted under the body like I was planning? No. I did not. And he said that where there's nothing on the side of the truck, he says it's no different than having just that one up on the headlight. People don't look at them. It's not required. I got them on the front and on the rear. He says as long as your turn signal's on and car pulls up beside you, he says they have to pass that turn signal flashing. But eventually, yes, I will get them on. I would feel a lot better having those two right there for just to cover, just a CMA. No, I did not get those ones mounted yet. But I did get the hole drilled in the body for them to take the temperature. Wait. Quit yapping, quit moving the camera, idiot. Dummy. No, I don't want you to go that way. Right there. Oh, no. Back up. No, go ahead. So it isn't an inspection requirement? No. Because as I said, I was thinking about just trying to do just these lights right here as a turn signal. But nobody around here has those lights around me. I bet you could go up visit you, Maina, up to the Hollywood Chrome Shop, the big rig store up there, and they have them right in stock. Because Mac Trailers have these on there. Actually, I think I got them. Yeah, I got. Oh hell, I can go down to the Mac Trailer dealer down to Hale Trailer, Scarborough, because Mac Trailers has these on the side rail underneath their rub rails. But yeah, no, I don't have that light there yet. I will try to get them on this week, just to cover, just not only to cover me, but also cover the guy that gave the light inspection. Even though he said not required, I'll still do it just in case DOT decides to be finicky. Yeah, that was... Hey, get out of full screen.
Morning. I think it's a Monday.
Yeah.
See, half tank. Half tank. Now, I screwed up. See how this tank is rolled? This should be
But
down.
again, as I said, you see how the tank is, that fill cap is straight up and down. Your vent's back there, so it does no good.
About here. Those lines need to be straight up. Straight up and down. Somewhat.
See how this one is? This one's rolled back. The vent is at the top. That's what I wound up doing.
See how this tank is?
Now you see the pickup and return tubes are sitting out of fuel. They're out of the fuel right now. That's when I opened up this tank and looked in, that's when I knew I screwed up. This tank does not have the fuel gauge. The sending unit in for the fuel gauge. The driver's side is the one with the sending unit.
Yeah. I did what I said you don't do. Trusted the fuel gauge on a truck that I just...
And I will sit here and pick myself apart on that. I will slam myself because I always say never trust it unless you know exactly what's going on. So.
Just bought. Yeah, I'm sitting here at the tire shop out of fuel. I got some fuel coming, so we're gonna get it going. Get a couple new tires put on the truck. My problem is they're just gonna take these rims, tires and rims, and move them back. The factory rims that were supposed to be on here for 385s and 425 tires are not on the truck. They put the wrong rims on the truck, so now I have to buy new rims and tires for the front of this truck.
I'll tell you right now, my sphincter puckered when they said that.
Yeah. But yeah. Yeah. This sucks. Because on this tank here, see how it's rolled and all those, the pickup lines and all that, everything's rolled, so it's changed the angle. I got about this much fuel in here. I got about this much. But my pickup tube is right here, where that tank is rolled, so it's throwing everything off for...
Justin, welcome. Truck almost ready to make money? It is ready to make money. She did pass a sticker. So right now, the only thing that's holding me up is DOT with my DOT number. I am all 100% road legal, fully insured, state inspected. I just got to wait on DOT to give me my DOT number back. That's all, the only thing that's holding me back right now.
For it. So I need...
Keep the original tag axle wheels? Yes. Matter of fact, they are sitting in the back of my pickup. Because, again, the owner of the store that's let me use the warehouse, that back shop, he's the one that brought me the fuel. And, of course, we had to take the fuel filter, both fuel filters off, fill them, crank the truck for a little while, spin them off, fill them up again, and then pump it. It's got a hand pump on the fuel filter. Pump it up to build up the pressure for the motor to start. while we were there, they put the tires in the back of his truck. Excuse me. And he brought them back to the shop. No, actually put them in the back of his truck. And today, I went over to his house and pulled them out of his truck, threw them in my truck. So I got them in the back of my pickup here at the house right now. To, at some point in time, loosen up this. I'll loosen up the step, loosen up this, and roll the tank back to where it needs to be. So yeah, the guys, they've got rims here and they've got the tires here. I did something very stupid. I trusted the fuel gauge, and I shouldn't have, especially, as I said, not knowing the truck yet. New tires are on. I got fuel in the truck, enough to make it down to the gas fuel station, get some fuel in this now. But it was a little bit of a struggle. The passenger side, I had to change the studs. They were too short. And I'll show you. New rims. The rims that were on the steer axle were not the correct ones. So I had to buy new rims on top of new tires. I changed all 10 of these. Too short by about a ½ inch. So I had to go buy 10 new studs and hammer the old ones out, and I drew the new ones through it by pulling the stud through the hub, lining it up with the grooves on the inside, and then using a nut and a socket. Put the socket between the nut and the hub. I do have to say, it truck does seem like it handles better now. It handles better because it's got the correct tires. I was actually probably pushing the weight limit of those 2 tires just on the steer axle alone, empty. If I put anything in that truck, I would have been so screwed. Just because of the contact area, the tires were not properly sized for the steer axle for the weight. So yeah, and by having the tires too narrow, rides way better with the new steer tires. The ride does seem to be better. The steering is 100% better. The truck doesn't wander anymore like it used to. Because as I said, I was pushing the weight limit of those steer tires just empty. Again, granted, yes, the truck is 26,000 pounds, 26.4. Empty. So being empty, I'm probably, I wouldn't say I'm pushing the weight limit of it, but you figure with that that large motor on the front, I'm probably at 8,000 to 9,000 pounds on those tires right off the bat, and that axle's good for 18,000, and the 2 steer tires are only good. The 2 tires that were on there were only good for 12,000 pounds. So yeah, it was, I wouldn't say pushing the weight limit of it, but I was up there on it. So by changing the tires, yeah, now I got the 385s. I'm good for, I believe it's like 19,000 pounds on the steer axle. Even the steer axle's rated for 18. So I'm up 19, so the tires are actually good for, can handle more weight than what the steer axle is rated for. I'm not wandering all over the road like I have been. I'm gonna stop, throw some fuel in this. We're heading to the store. The owners and I were gonna take this driver's side fuel tank and we're gonna rotate it to the where it should be, so it's not messed up. And hopefully that might help correct the fuel gauge. But I don't think so. I think it needs to be fuel gauge, the sending unit. I think I need to replace the sending unit in the fuel tank. Okay, now I'm back at the shop. This is what I was trying to show you. Those guys were uneasy about me recording there, so that's why I tried to stay close to the truck, quiet. But new rims, both sides, had to buy new rims. This side here I had to buy studs because instead of having threads sticking out,
They were.
I find any more info on the lift axle weight rating? Not yet. I've got to call. I got the paperwork. I got to call the dealership in Arkansas that ordered this truck. Get what they had for. See what they wrote it down for specs. Because my local Peterbilt, I gave them the VIN, so I wanted the build sheet on it. It doesn't list the motor, the transmission, any of the axle weight ratings. All it says is that it's a 2007 Peterbilt 357 Cat engine. That's all it says for specs. That's it. So I need to call down to the dealer that ordered this and see if I can't get the build sheet from them, so I can get exactly what it was. Because the way he read it off to me, he's like, it's not listing anything. So I'm thinking, okay, was it a glider? Excuse me. He said no, because usually on a glider, like middle five or six digits of a VIN on there would be all G's. So that's where it's not a glider, so I got to call them in, the original dealer that ordered this, spec this truck out, and see if they still have a copy of the build sheet for it, so I can get more information off of it. Work with me.
Just inside the nut, so they were too short, so I had to change those. And instead of changing out tires and rims, I just moved the tires and rims from there to here. They are right at the edge, so I am still legal. So the edge of the tire is still inside the body. Well, I started in on something and looking for the impact gun. Can't find it, so I called the owner. I said, hey, did somebody take it to your house? He goes, yeah, I did. He goes, I'm looking at it. It's on the floorboard of my pickup. So I'm kind of stuck in a limbo right now. But I'll show you what I am doing. It's missing this axle stud. So I bought a new one. Here's the wedge for lock on it. That's the new bolt. I pulled the nut off of this. Now I'm using them as jam nuts, winding it in. Be so much quicker with the impact gun. So I might wait for that. But let's see if I can't loosen this up. Loosen this one, and rotate this fuel tank down into its proper position. Well, I got one loosened enough where I should be able to rotate the tank. I still got this one to do. Well, I'm halfway there to start rotating. Rotating the tank back to where it belongs.
And I have to say that little induction heater is not really designed for what we're using it for. It's more of a home garage use and not the commercial use that we abuse it with. But I have to say, it does do its job. It does work pretty good.
I need to bring all this stuff up about here somewhere. So this cap is like here, where it's supposed to be. Induction heater. Amazon. I'm pretty sure this is where he bought it from, is Amazon. It's called a hot rod. That's how I'm heating these things up to get them to loosen up. And let you know, these are not the 425s I wanted to put on. 425, the 4 1/4s. I was gonna wind up rubbing on the Pitman arm. They had another one already mounted on a 4 1/4 with the same offset rim on from a different truck for a different company. and they set it on there, and I turned the steering wheel, and it was going to hit. So I had to go down, step down to the 385s. It saved me a little bit of money. The weight capacity is going to be fine. It's just that with the 4 1/4, it looks a little bit wider, a little more contact area for PSI for the DOT. So yeah, I'm still going away on this. I figured I'd stop for a second because the inductor started getting hot. So I figured I'd let it cool down a little bit, and I'll start it up again.
We have a tendency to have that work that thing so hard it actually overheats and it shuts itself down. It'll stop working. So that's why I had to stop, because I think just as I let the button go is when she hit the overheat limit. So you got to stop, wait a few minutes, let it cool itself down, then go back at it.
I've been using and abusing that right there. I've been heating it up as hot as it'll go until that has a thermal shut off. It shuts off. Then I can get the nut to turn, but now it's nut will only turn to a certain point and then stop. I try to back it off and just try to clean the threads, add some PB Blast to it. Try to get something in there to penetrate it to help it move, and I can only get a 1/4 of a turn out of it now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait for the owner to get back with the impact gun. We heat it up and we'll see if we can't get it to come off that way. So what I'm gonna do, I'll wait because I need the gun to do that stud on this right here. So I got it double nutted. I'm using this to drive it in, bottom this stud out so it'll look like that one. I need the gun for that. I need the gun for that. The only thing I can actually probably do right now is drill a hole here in the body for the temperature probe for the states, so they can read the temperature of the hot top in the truck and start getting the lights mounted. Well, you can see we actually did progress. That one's on, and the tank is rolled to where it's supposed to be. All right. See the engine fan? I hit the switch here. All right, engine fan switch on. Aha. Engine fan switch off. So now the engine fan works like it's supposed to.
Now, granted, the engine fan was not a requirement for a sticker, but I definitely needed that to keep the engine cool while I'm working it.
Dirty. Shut this off, because now when I shut it off, locks the fan like it's supposed to. So that's all working good. Engine fan's the way it should be. This tank is rolled. Remember, this fuel cap was up here, so it's rolled to where it needs to be now. The new tires, I'll go over the tires again. These were the steer tires and rim. It's all right there. I put a new stud, wedge, and lock nut on that. So it's rolled to where it needs to be now.
All right, I got to point something out here as well. I'm not done working on the
new tires.
wheels.
I'll go over the tires again. These were the steer tires.
See how the stud's sticking out on this one right here?
Steer tires and rim. It's all right there. I put a new.
See how these ones are just barely right there at the edge of the stud. Or the stud's barely at the edge of the nut, I mean. Did they pass sticker? Yes. But it'd be more advisable to have it where the stud sticks through the nut. So I'm going to have to get more studs and change out those ones. That's probably going to be something I'm going to have to do here. I could do here at the house because I do have a 1-inch gun. I do have a 33mm socket. And I do have a spacer because I had to do this, well, like my Freightliner dump truck I got here at the house. My other triaxle dump truck I got here. Both axles, this had the old, what they call bud style. It was basically what they call a double stud. And those old style were notorious for breaking off. And if DOT stopped me, it's an out of service. I put on the side of the road till it's fixed. So I spent, I think it was pretty close. I can't remember exactly what the price was. It's probably like around $4,000, $1,000 a wheel. I changed the hubs on each axle to what this is called is hub piloted. So I changed all 4 to this style, and I had to put new studs in, and I said I've got all the tools to do that. So that works out good. Stud, wedge, and lock nut on that. Right now, tomorrow, looking at, I get construction vehicle, do not follow sign to put on the back. I got the sticker. It'd be probably better off put it on a plywood, but I might just use the sticker. And like these pockets where the sticker rides, where it goes over, I'll cut it out and then just set it in. I did drill the holes for the body for the state to take temperatures of the hot top. I haven't worked on the lights yet. I'm gonna take it down tomorrow morning, try for an inspection sticker, see what they say. Here's the new rim. All right, I just want to throw this out here right now. Let's see here, where is it? I see we got 8 watching on YouTube right now, and I only got several jumping into chat. Feel free, you have any questions, just ask. And Twitch, I see I got 3 viewers on there. Anybody has any questions, just jump in. I have no issues. There's no such thing as a dumb question on here. The only dumb thing on here is me right now. Some of the stupid stuff I've done in these videos. Again, this was the new rim. Had to buy 2 of these as well as the tires. And if you want to know how much it was for 2 tires and 2 rims, it was $2,800. Here's that new serpentine belt I put on. As far as the AC belt, I've got it with me. I might leave it alone for now. Don't know. It's questionable. I do have to get fuel in this. I did put 25 gallons in. And just a rough idea right now what this is getting for fuel mileage. Empty, because of course I drove it from Indianapolis all the way back here, stopped the Sturbridge, put fuel in, and then of course the first clip you saw of me, I ran out of fuel at the tire place because fuel gauge said half a tank. Again, I went against my own common sense of trusting the fuel gauge. Right around 6 miles to the gallon, and right around 1,200, just over 1,200 miles for 200 gallons. So that's what I'm figuring. I'm not going to know what my true fuel mileage is till I run this for a day or 2, where I'm loaded, it's working the motor, and empty, or however I'm going to be doing it. So, yeah, I got the exhaust fan going because we had this running for a little bit, build up air pressure, so I get to test the engine fan. I do have to mount the rear plate, so why don't we do that? Let's mount the rear plate, rear license plate on this thing, and yeah, we'll do that. There is 2 holes here, hole here and a hole here, but it's a little bit wider than the license plate first that I've got. But we'll see what I can do to get that plate mounted. But I've got to sit down for a little bit. I've overdone it today, yanking on this fuel tank to get it to roll into the proper position. Okay, that was no. Yeah, here it is right here. This is the old switch for the engine fan. This is what I had to replace.
My phone's ringing. The other thing I'm going to do, that was the insurance company. I just happened to call her back. I called her back and she stepped away from her desk. I'm going to get the strobe lights ready to be mounted. I'm not going to throw them on until I'm ready to.
Okay, there's what I was waiting. That's okay. Give me a second, Maina. All right. Sorry, I had to go back and had to go over to Twitch here real quick and ban somebody. Future for the channel. As I said, I am not gonna completely stop doing what I do with the pellets. I'm just, and as I explained to customers, I'm just stepping back, jumping in and out of the truck and on and off that machine, and doing all the inside garage deliveries. When we're the busiest time of the year, you've seen me just 15, 20, 25 deliveries in a day. With the arthritis I got in my pelvic plate from where it got broke, is really like past few days has been killer on me. I'm not going to stop doing the pellet delivery side. I'm just changing direction a little bit for during the summertime. This will be pretty much like a the peat will be like a 6 to 8 month difference. 6 to 8 months be the dump truck. The other 4 to 6 months, I'll still be doing home deliveries, running the pellet store, and everything else. I am just changing up a little bit. I am not going to completely back out of the pellet delivery side. I mean, I started this channel on the pellet deliveries. I'm going to stick with it. It's basically the foundation of this channel. So I'm not going to completely back away. So the only difference during like wintertime when there's no work for the truck is, yes, I'll still be doing the pellets, but we get a storm. I'll be doing mine like I did all this past winter. I'll live stream plowing, and right now I'm waiting on the city of Portland to open bids up to hire trucks for snow removal during the wintertime. So there'll be probably doing snow removal with the city of Portland and several other companies during the wintertime when they hire the truck for snow removals after large storms. So I am not venturing away from what the foundation of this channel. I'm just trying to trying to do what's best for me personally.
Wire. I want to get the inspection sticker done. The guy I'm taking it to, he is very particular. That's why I take my stuff to him. If some people they call him very anal, which is fine by me. It makes me feel better knowing that my truck, my equipment, if it passes his inspection, my equipment is good for the road. So, but I gotta get the lights ready after we mount the license plate. As I said, I just had the truck running. I'm waiting for the insurance agent to call me back again. It's phone tag. It's been phone tag lit quite a bit. And as I said, I had to put a hole in. There's one here. Oh, can we look straight through? Yeah. If you look, if I can freeze frame it, I will. There it is, right there. Look straight through the body, one side to the other. For the holes, the asphalt tarp, the exhaust is good.
I didn't.
All leaks are fixed.
Just at a
holes, the side to the other.
Too slow.
Please frame it.
It is right there.
There it is, right there. Look straight through the body, one side to the other. For the holes, the asphalt tarp, the exhaust is good. All leaks are fixed. Brakes are good. That's taken care of. Tires are good. I know I'm rambling on about stuff like on the truck.
Oh, the other thing that my buddy informed me of. If you got, and Jeff, goes for you too. I guess there's a they just they got a new law out or something. They just, I can't remember exactly how he phrased it. But if the washer fluid is less than half full on these trucks now, it is an out of service. It's not just having a jug in the truck. The tank has to be over 50% full, or it is an out of service now.
Talk about inspections, this and that. I want you, the public that watches these videos, to know that this truck will be 100% safe for the road. Something might get by me. I'm not gonna say it won't. Something might get by me. I'll have a brake can going bad. I don't see it, but DOT stops me and they do. I'd rather have it be, hey, look, you got a brake can going bad. Get it fit. We're gonna have to put you out of service. So it happens, yes. Oh, and so you know, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, May 13th, 14th, and 15th, you're gonna see cops stopping a lot of trucks because it's what they call a 72-hour crackdown. They're checking, keeping an eye out on, they do it every year. They do it twice a year, actually. In general, okay, in your personal cars, they need a reason to stop you. Running a stop sign, just anything in general, any type of traffic violation. In your
Yes, Mina. They have to be 50% full or over 50% full, or they put you out of service. And and the way the gentleman explained it to me was, they stop you and they find the washer fluid less than 50%. Even though you got a jug in the truck, you fill it right there on the side of the road. It's still it counts as an out of service on your FMCSA, on your inspection. They are getting ridiculous. I didn't realize how ridiculous it was going to get. Just like brakes. If your brakes, some people just will change just the shoes or the pads, the shoes on the truck, and they'll look at the drum, go, oh, okay, it's still good, it's still usable, there's no cracks or anything like that. They'll throw the old drums back on and reuse them. Yeah. And if you throw the drums back on and your brake shoes are fine, they're good, they're plenty of wear, but that little lip on the inside of the drum, if they cannot see the entire brake shoe, they can still put you out of service. Which they're becoming really, really harsh, and it's a bunch of BS. Yes, and in all actuality, it gives them a reason to lift the hood and see if they can nail you for anything else. Yep, that is for sure. Anything to try to screw the little guys.
personal vehicles, they have to have something like that to stop you. These, they can stop us for anything. They do not need a reason. If they want to stop us just because I drove by them, he can. Because these fall under federal regulations, not state, not your local state or local government. These things are a completely different class, completely different animals, and they are so deadly. That's why I always stress about, I always freak out when cars cut me off, because yeah, I've got good brake, good tires. You've seen what I've done to this truck. So you know exactly, I'm doing everything I can to get this truck safe for the road for you, the general public. When you cut a truck off, these do not stop. Yeah, I might have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of brakes. So I got eight sets of brakes on 8 wheels with brakes. It doesn't mean I'm gonna stop faster. Now, is this the insurance company? All right. Well, that was an interesting phone call with my insurance agent. If she's watching, I told her about the channel. If you're watching, hi. Well, license plate is on the back. Now, sorry about that. My next question is, does it require a plate light? If it does, I'll just get one of those ones there that just bolts on over that. I've gone over this truck top to bottom, front to back, fixed everything that I know that it needs for a sticker. The plate light on the back is the only thing that's got me questioning things. But it's mounted, it's there. Now, as far as the requirements, as I said earlier in the video, requirements for some of the job sites I'm going to be on. Like if I'm out on a main road or something like that, I do need a sign on the back that says construction vehicle, keep back, or do not follow.
Now that sign, I want to stress, is not a requirement for the state. It is a requirement for the policies for the companies I'm going to be on. It's just an extra, something to protect us, I should say. So a car doesn't, so cars don't follow us inside lane closures or anything like that. Even though people just still do. I swear some people can't read. What do you think of the new plate look? I'm going to try to keep my comments G-rated. It's ugly.
So I got that. The tires are good. The brakes are good. Everything's okay on the motor except for the jakes. I still have to get the jakes looked at. And as far as my standards, the jakes are the last thing I need to get fixed. Unless I can find somebody that'll come to me to do it. It'd be great if I could find someone that could do work on a Cat, the jakes on a Cat for me. I'd do it, but I don't trust myself enough. New fire extinguishers in there, the new windshields. The only other thing I think I know I need is a lens for that cab light right there right over me. Other than that, I think I'm good. The new tarp. Okay, let's go through what I've replaced that I can remember.
Now, the tarp was not a stickerable thing. The cab light, he said the cab light was working. So he said the lens doesn't matter. He goes, but to keep the rain out, he goes, I strongly suggest putting a lens on there. So, oh, and I think I found the lens for that light.
The wheel seal.
You're not going to believe it.
Tires. Wheel seal and brakes on that on the front passenger side. Both steer tires.
It is actually
rims. Both windshields. The new asphalt tarp. Tires on the pusher axle. I just moved, as I said, I moved those. Steer tire from up there to here. We got those done.
Anyways, where that new that lens is, it is literally sitting inside the enclosure on the breather, the top cap of the breather on the driver's side. I couldn't believe it when I saw it there. So I think I found it. I just gotta know. Yeah, the no tree for passenger vehicles. Yeah. I like the chickadee. I thought it looked good. But now they're trying to do... It's just so stupid. What was it? For a while, they had the lobster plate. Then the chickadee took over the lobster plate. Now this tree is taking over the chickadee. What are they going to have next? Janet Mills with a shit hose hanging out of her mouth? I don't know. Sorry, I didn't say that out loud.
It's a good, fully greased, registered. All the lights work. Air leaks have been taken care of. Let's see, what else do I think I need to check on? I think that's it. The exhaust system's good. So I think I've done everything I can do. So I'm gonna go try to get it registered, go get it inspected in the morning. With that gentleman, as I said, he's real anal on stuff, and I'd rather have somebody that's anal on it, and makes me feel better knowing that it passes his inspection. Yeah, I could take it to another place and they pass it without a problem, but they might not see something that he does. And I see a plate on the side of that pusher axle that's covered in, hopefully they got tape on it. It's not just painted over. Get my axle weight off of that axle. Because
Lobster roll plate. Give me a second. I'll show you what the, you've probably seen them, Jeff. What the old lobster plate looks like.
these two are 46,000. That steer axle's 18,000. What is the weight on this one? Did they cover this one with tape? Or is it painted over? I think it's painted over. Oh man. Or is it? I think they painted over it. I'd like to know what this axle is rated for, because the spec sheet does not list it from the manufacturer. That's the other thing I ought to do, is call the dealership that spec'd this truck out, so I know what it is. Yeah, because there's no tag on this side. So I will have to call the dealer and see if I can get all the exact specs on this truck. But as I said, I'm just trying to go over everything that I need to do for a sticker. I think I've gotten it all. If you can think of something, let me know. And I think the owner's brother's here. Maybe not. I said, belt's done. This wheel seal, brakes, rim, tire, that tank's good. Driver's side tank's been rotated. This is all stuff, again, I'm sorry, I apologize if I'm rambling. I'm trying to think, because I want to leave a good impression on you, the public, about what I do with my truck. Now, what I do with my truck is probably not the same as everybody else. But you get an idea that, hey, we are guys like me that own these trucks. We do take pride in our ride, and we want to make sure it's good to go. I can't think of anything else right now. Let me get cleaned up, and I'll see you in the next clip.
All right, here's what. Come here. This is what the license plates have changed late on for the state. So they went from that to the lobster plate, which was no big deal. Then they went to the chickadee. Now they're doing this. Why did at least with the passenger plates, you have the option without the tree. Commercial, I don't think commercial has the chance to do that. You also had the pine cone. Let's see here, that's private passenger. Yeah, the loon plate as well. I forgot about that one. But I have this style on my other dump truck. And I had a plate like this on my trailer when I had one. The special interest plates, yeah. I think some of these are still available. I think the University of Maine ones are still available. The breast cancer one is available. Support our troops. There are some that are still available, but anybody with just a general like me, I'm not. I just want a plate so I'm legal. So I'm kind of stuck with this thing. You can see it says non-passenger other. So yeah, it just kind of, it limits what I can do. So that's why I got that thing.
Well, I found a leak on the truck. It's right here.
Phone sitting on the floor getting
Put the
soaked.
body up. What water was in there just kind of dumped out. I did find an air leak. I did take care of it. I'll show you exactly where it is. It's real easy. Right here.
All right, there's 4 follower
right here.
viewers on Twitch.
There's a plastic
Jump
one
in the
there
chat,
that
don't be afraid.
Was leaking, and
As long as you're not a bot, you'll
I
get
just took it
banned.
out and put a new one in. And when I took it out, that thing took off like a shot. I don't know where it went off to. I had another one down below on the PTO pump,
Oh,
which was it.
get out of the way.
Put a new one in there. But I do know
That piece right there is part of the sunglasses. That's part of the sunglasses on the rubber piece on the side stick coming off. I just don't care.
I have to take care of one thing. And it's this hydraulic line right here. This one right here. Goes around up to the piston.
Get back there.
This one right.
There's the oil pads. I still had oil pads picking stuffed underneath there to collect any oil from when that hydraulic tank ruptured.
Right here. Goes around up to the piston. I'm gonna change, put a new line on it. I mean, it's starting to show signs of.
It doesn't show it that well, but that casing is starting to peel off of that line. So I am going to change that line so it does not blow while I'm on a job site or something. It's the last thing I need.
Splitting here. So I definitely gotta put a new line on that. But this one here, I gotta fix it so it's not resting on the air dryer. I'm gonna throw a couple blocks underneath this thing here because that was kind of stupid of me. Throw some blocks underneath, some wood underneath it so it holds it in case anything happens. I'll get a chance to get out. Especially if my insurance agent's watching.
How old is that filter on the dryer? I couldn't tell you. I'm gonna get a new one. And that was one thing I did not mention is I'm gonna order a new one. I know nobody's gonna have one of those filters on hand. I know Matt Napa might have one on hand, but it's nice. It's just a spin-on filter versus like some of the old, was it a AD9? I think it's an AD9 I had on my road truck. And change the filter, you either take it apart or sometimes it was cheaper just to change the whole air dryer right out. But it's nice that one's got the spin on. So yeah, that's definitely something I'm gonna look into changing. And I will be getting new air filters for it. I'd like to put some K&Ns in there so I just don't have to I've got a K&N in my Freightliner. Worked great. It actually helped improve the fuel mileage because the motor was able to breathe better. Yeah. But the K&Ns on these for this thing here is like $400 a piece, I think it is. Yeah, Fleet Pride, yep. They probably have them, yep. That's another company I gotta call, see if they'll look at the Jakes. Forgot about that. See if they can get it in. Look at the Jakes. As I said, I think it's either got to be one of two things on that motor. Either it needs a valve adjustment really, really bad, or the Jakes need to be rebuilt. And the rebuild kit is what, $700, and it takes them a couple hours to rebuild. So we'll say. All right, I did look it up. Where was it? Rebuild. No, not fat fingers. Oh, I don't want the cost to rebuild. I don't want that. Really, 2,900? Really? I didn't think it'd be that much. Go here. See, that's complete set. I don't want the complete set. Okay, here we go. What do I do with this? Rebuild kit. See right here, it shows complete set, $2,500, but that's not the rebuild kit. I just want the, see, no, that's complete in frame. You box it with a Haldex filter. Yeah. See, I just get the part number right off that filter. See, this is all rebuild kits for the motor. I don't need the rebuild kit for the motor. I need, all right there. No, that's Detroit Jake brake tune up. Why don't I go that way? I think mine is a 340C rebuilt. Nah. No, that's 3. So no, oh, that's 3406. See, like, I got 3 Jake heads. This is for like a 2 Jake heads on the motor. Mine's 3. Those are regular brake parts. No, I want the Jake brake rebuild kits. Let's see right here. It shows 6, so it shows $271, but that seems to be a little bit on the cheap side. I'll have to look up what the I have to pull the covers off, see what I have for actual Jakes on that before I can actually look up the price. Jake brake. There we go. I'll just put it under C15 rebuild, Jake brake rebuild kit. See, like this, they're selling the heads, the Jake assemblies. I don't need the Jake assemblies. I just a rebuild kit. That's a Detroit one. So I'll just say it's about $700 for the rebuild kit. And I bet your Cat probably has it right in stock. I wouldn't doubt it. It'd be nice to have it. They have it right in stock. Let's get back to this.
Hi, Sarah. Nice lady. Insurance company I'm going through is my agent is United Insurance. So she told me I could give them a shout out, so I'm using United Insurance. And they have me going through Concord Group. So they, yeah, it's pretty good. All right, I got wood there. I gotta tie this line up out of the way so it's not setting on anything it's not supposed to. So I've got some wire ties and get that up out of the way. As of right now, I don't hear it.
Other thing I've got to do. Air ride valve for the cab is not working. So I got to fix that. Jack the cab up, which isn't all that hard. But get the cab up, get the valve out, because it does not move. It moves, but it's crunchy on the inside. So I got to get a new valve for the cab for the air ride. That's not working. But again, that's just something very minor.
Any air leaks. Had that one underneath I took care of. Body's still protected. This one right here was leaking. All I do is squeeze it together a little bit and it stopped. As soon as I let go, it started leaking again. All I did was try to pull it apart, and it stopped leaking, so I'm not going to touch it. Got the hydraulic hose tucked up here, up with this bunch of lines. So I think I'm good to go. We're gonna clean up and head home. Try to get things taken care of as quick as possible. Okay, these go in this drawer, and these come back over here. Go there. Yeah, I'm gonna go clean up. I got all the oil pads out from inside the frame rail from when that hydraulic tank exploded on me. Phone going off. But no, I think, pretty sure I'm good to go. I gotta pull that wood out. So I'm going to call it here. Ouch. Call it here, call it a day. I have no idea what time it is, but I'm gonna go home, at least clean up here, go home, get the video uploaded, then take a shower. We got what? Yeah, 6:15. Might be a short video, but going over what I've done. Biggest thing is
short video,
right,
yeah, right
there. That, and then having to change the studs on the hub because they are 1/2 inch too short. Tomorrow, I'll show you what tomorrow we're doing.
Come on, stop. And the studs for that tire, the studs I changed on the passenger side, a box of them wasn't all that bad. It was actually pretty cheap. It was a lot cheaper than I thought it was. The studs are about $5 a piece. I had to buy a box of 10. So it was like $50. Well, I think it was the studs, 10 studs for the wheel, the axle stud, and nut, and the lock washer that goes. You kind of hard to see, but as you drive the nut in, there's a little tapered lock ring that goes in as well. It was like $54, $56, something like that. It really wasn't. It was cheaper than I actually thought it was. And now I just got an email. Is that the... Okay. What is that? Oh. Filing confirmation for my BOC3. Okay. That's what that was. Took them a while to email me. I did that, almost an hour ago?
I'll probably bring this in tomorrow. Get my strobe lights on it. And a few other things. Tomorrow, got an air tank on a trailer to do. The trailer's sitting outside. So we gotta pull the old one out, put this one in. Shouldn't take long. But I am bringing the Pete down with me in the morning.
Shouldn't take long.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun day. It'll be a long day, I think. Because I gotta get to this inspection station early. Get this stickered. Go grab breakfast. Come down here with that. Grab the keys for the blue day cab. Come over here, hook onto the trailer. Trailer's right right out here, hook onto that trailer, get it around, back it in here, change the tank, get it out, then get this in to do work on it. I've always said his equipment comes over mine. His vehicles come before mine. But can you see it from here? No. But anyways, I'm rambling. All right, so please like, share, subscribe, comment, stay safe.
Well, I just left my buddy there from getting an inspection, and we failed.
Boy, do I have a meaner accent and sound like an old man. Well,
Three
I just
very
left my
minor
buddy there.
things. One, the backup light is not working, and he said with the backup alarms, I don't need a light. So he said just get rid of it. Get rid of the backup light, you'll be fine. So that's one that I failed on. Two, city horn. The city horn does not work on this truck. Even though I got the air horns, the city horns, the state of Maine requires city horns now for a sticker. It used to be either one. As long as you had one of them, you were fine. Now you need the city horn. And the other thing is something I completely forgot about. I did say I had to work on it, get it working, and it was the washer fluid pump. That's not working. So that's what we're probably going to work on today after we change the air tank on that trailer. So he told me to fix those three things. I get those three things fixed today, to call him, and he'll meet up with me afterwards. So that's what we got to do. That's what we're going to do to get a sticker. That's what I'm going to...
See, there it is again, Jeff. That little antenna sticking out of the side of my head. And you can't tell me you nail every backing in. Blind side back. Of course, the other thing is that trailer's a spread axle. So once the weight transfers to the front axle, it changes the damn turning of the trailer. You know how that is.
Gonna do.
And this is the one he spent $17,000 on changing the emissions box. I call bullshit.
Well, it's disconnected. Let's get over to the shop, get it hooked up to the trailer that we got over there that I got to work on today.
Now, this truck right behind me is a buddy of mine. He owns this truck, and another buddy of mine drives it. I remember when this guy here owns this truck behind me, he started off with a Ford Aeromax Wheeler dump truck. He is now up to 10 tractor trailer trucks. Just built I want to say 250 foot long, 80 foot wide shop, so he can back 4 trucks inside the building and work on them at the same time. I mean, he built a huge shop at his house, and it pretty much you can drive. It's pretty much a drive-through shop. So I mean, he built a huge shop to work on his trucks.
Truck's got an idle shutdown. So yep. I replaced the seals on the glide hands on that. That's why that's leaking. This idle shutdown is such a pain.
I had to go open the door. That's why I stopped there. I needed to open up the garage door to get in. Another thing, this thing has that 12-speed auto shift in it, so I can't control the clutch. That's the other, it bugs the hell out of me.
Your son is attempting to reach you on your cellular device.
Uh-oh.
Your son is attempting to reach you.
Kind of hard to hear, but so that air tank leaking.
Okay. Change it. That is today's project.
All right, we're under the trailer. I got to disconnect all these air lines, ABS sensors, and get this control box off the tank. That's gonna be fun because that's looks pretty corroded on there. And of course, it's aluminum and steel, so it's gonna be a bear to twist off. I'm hoping it comes off easy, but I know it's gonna be a struggle. Let me get these lines off. Okay, progress report. We got the ABS controller off. Everything's off the tank. However, this fitting right here broke. She broke right here where I was trying to take the airline off here. It broke right there, so luckily I was able to get it out of the ABS controller. Because if I couldn't get out of that controller, it'd be a nightmare having to drill and try to get it out without destroying the threads on this. So he's also gone to get a nipple for that. That right there. Whoa, stay there. I don't need that thing dropping on the ground. I'm gonna go into one of those. We got a plug for it. I'm gonna plug one and use the other. Because the tank that's on here has two of these. One here and one straight on the other side. On the original tank. This one right here goes to the other valve body that goes on here. That's the right thread for the tank, and that's the right thread for the
I'm gonna leave the video running. I gotta step back to the end of the house. I'll be right
This one
back.
also came with a few
I'll
extra
keep the video going.
bungs. We don't need those, so we plugged them. There's one here, one on the other side. He's gone off to the parts store to get some more brass air fittings. So while he's gone, I'm gonna crawl up underneath there and try to get this old tank out. It's not gonna be fun. Those bolts that mount right here are probably a size and a half smaller because of all the corrosion. But gotta do it. I'm gonna try to break them off. That's what my hopes is. With my luck, they'll probably wind up spinning. Yep, it did exactly what I said it was gonna do. Start to spin. It's corroded so bad you can't get a socket on there. Even trying to hammer it, it's at such an angle. It's at an angle you can't hammer a socket on it. So back with the mini ductor, or mini inductor I should say. Gonna heat that thing up just as hot as I can possibly get it, and hopefully take them off that way. Okay, I thought I was recording, but I didn't. Oh, there is another line on here. You don't need backup lights.
Oh, you don't? I thought you would do something like that for. Rain will put on it afterwards.
Yeah. Back. Goes the new tank. Oh. Okay, there.
have the dope if you want it.
I think up about where I'm gonna be.
New tanks in.
I'm
we're
back
airing it
here
up,
for a few
see how-
seconds. I'll be
see if we
in and out
mess
real
anything
quick.
up. We're not done on that trailer. That trailer's developed another air leak. But I got my truck in here. Okay. That pump is junk. That pump is not working. The other thing I failed for was my city horn not working. Even though the air horns do work, city horn does not. I'm not getting power from the steering wheel out to the city horn. And the city horn itself, I don't think works. I've tried putting direct power to both positive and negative on the horn, and it's not working. So I gotta get a new city horn and see if that fixes anything. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'll just put a little button on the dash with just for the city horn. So yeah, the windshield washer.
All right,
fluid
I'm back.
Wiper motor issue happened on this truck before I got it, because now I figured out there's a little black switch right there. That is the power for the washer fluid. So I have power coming out to it. It's not working, so we're gonna replace it. I'm gonna get a new city horn and a little push button. I'm gonna run single wire straight out to it with a push button. That way it just kinda, even though I'll never use it, the state wants it, they gotta have it. The other thing I gotta do is I gotta take the rear license plate off of this, the backup light off of this. So I'll take that off while I am waiting. Yeah, because I gotta take this off. So all you gotta do is take it out. What's it need? I don't know.
And I think the reason why dump trucks are kind of slightly exempt from backup plate lights is, of course, the debris that when we dump, stuff smacks them, breaks them all the time. So I think that's the only reason why dump trucks are exempt from the plate lights on the back of the trucks.
That's probably the reason why it's not working.
I didn't record it, but we got the issues taken care of. The backup light's been fixed. Removed. New washer pump, washer fluid pump, and city horn. Granted, I had to, enough to get the sticker. Right here. Well, it's a city horn, it works. And the switch right beside it is a switch for the windshield washer fluid. It was an issue before I had the truck. So that's a good thing. We've got everything done. Now we're headed back to see if they'll put a sticker on it. Well, I got some good news and some bad news. Bad news is I had to go through the
Welcome up
complete
yours.
inspection again. But even though it was only those three things, he had to still go through it. We got the sticker. So that's good. Now, I'm gonna head home.
So, yeah, now you see what we did to get the sticker. So, I did join a Facebook page called, yeah, where'd you go? Right there. Cat Acer. Somebody was asking about having the same issue I have with mine. He's got a. Is it this one here? Yeah. Issue with his MXS. My motor is a NXS Acer. Says Jake stops working around 125. Mine is about 200. He says that all three levels same get knocked down to about 50% of what they should be. I just lose the high side on mine, so I have low only. And this is where a lot of guys are saying having the Jakes rebuilt. And up yours, it says new bits, nice. You talk about a little bit of the change on the channel with the truck. I do appreciate it. Huh. That's not good. His tack and speedo quit working. Some gauges, actually, quite a few gauges quit working. That's not good. '07. He's got 355s. I got 410s. Oh, 15. Oh, he's got 22 fives, 550. About 4 miles to the gallon. Oof. That's not good. Yeah, see, right here it shows 550. Weigh heavily on your fuel mileage. Mine is still at 475. .475, 13, 329s. No, still different gear ratio. 22 fives. He's getting 6.4. See, I got the 475. I still got to work on changing that over to working on the plumbing on the lines, because as I said before, mine is actually an 18 speed, not a 13. So they say 6. I'm figuring I'll probably get around 5. I don't plan on keeping my foot in it. Because when you start cranking these motors up, you start working it, you start looking at reducing the dependability. It's a BXS. IVA, low oil pressure codes, no jakes. I gotta have to comb through this page here and figure out exactly what's going on my jakes. Where'd everybody go? I think Scott fell asleep. New seat on the donkey. I did mention that it was different. It is comfortable, but it lifts me higher a couple inches. So it changes my angle, changed my angle of view. Actually, let me check this group, see if I can find anything for NXS motors. Search. NXS. That Moffett, yeah, I do. That Moffett, you got to climb up to it. That is for sure. That definitely, you just need to break it in. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, no, as I said, I'm just still working on a whole bunch of stuff here. As I said, maybe tomorrow I'll be, doing a few loads with it. trying it out, seeing how she pulls. So I will be recording those tomorrow. I did record a couple clips today, but I'm just gonna save the clips and include them in tomorrow's video. An XS motor, 625. .45 to 55 psi. 68, almost 70 pounds of pressure in the manifold. Beating a dead horse. Yeah. I don't think I'd do that. I wouldn't do I wouldn't put 625 out unless I was hauling a trailer going pushing 140, 150,000 pounds. That's the only time I would put a motor up that high. And I say 140, 150, and that's consistently hauling that much weight. Yes, it will be nice to be working it. That is for sure. '07 C15 transfer from only getting 70 psi. Also has a 550 tune, 388 rears. It's getting close to what I have. It says 3.5 miles to the gallon. Oof. Yeah, you'll be hearing the turbos whistle tomorrow. Hopefully. We'll see what it does. That's if I do wind up doing that tomorrow. Still not sure yet. Okay, it's got a single turbo conversion on it. Ouch, that's an expensive repair. Hopefully we'll get a video of the turbo screeching tomorrow, I hope. Because right now they're not being empty riding around. I'm not working the motor. The turbos are not spooling up to their full potential. So get a load on it and really do see how well it does. Normal for truck to run hotter in traffic. Mine hasn't had a chance. So this engine fan doesn't come on until 2:17. Wow. But I do, as I said, I think I need to get a fan shroud for that truck. Help on the cooling side of it. Is the softball team still undefeated? As of right now, yes. See if I can't get over here. Actually, let me grab one of these. Bring this right here. Bring up. See how they are. See how they're rated in this, ranked in the state. No, I don't want the national one. I want state. Yeah, come on. Thank you. Work with me. I think they're in Class B. It's either B or C. No, they're not Class B. So it must be Class C. Every time I move, a damn pop-up window shows up. Come on. Work with me. A Class C. Yeah, they are currently 4-0. Here's the page to max preps for them. And that needs to be changed to 2 because they just hit another home run the other day. Actually, the day that I stopped for the game. 2. So this was a game. They 23 to 2. 20-5. This was a preseason game. Another preseason game. These girls were just starting to learn to play. Oh no, this was last year. Sorry, that was May of 24. So that was last year. That's not this year. That was last year. Yeah, here's this year's games or results. 20-5 on the first game of the year. 23-2. Okay, that's what it was. That's one home run in that game. And home run in this game. Home run. So three out of the 4 games they played this year, they got home runs. Now, far as standings, yeah, they're number 1 for their Class C South rankings. Far as doesn't show their rankings for this year yet. They still got stuff to do. It probably won't show that till afterwards. Stats. So yeah, they're doing pretty good this year. So yeah, that's where they're at right now. So they've gotten 3 home runs this year so far. That's where they're standing at for the softball season so far. Let's see, they got a game, what, tomorrow, I think? Yeah, 4 p.m. game tomorrow. Away. This game here was postponed because of the rain. Four and 0 against a 1-2 team. So, as long as they don't get cocky, they'd be fine. The girls just either that or they get down on themselves is the other thing. Yeah, I might live stream their games again like I did last year. The games that I can actually get to. Right now, it's just I've been doing a whole to keep myself busy. Ouch. Yeah, first place in the Class C South. 2-0 home, 2-0 away. Nothing on a neutral field. This game here was the game I wound up going to. It was a home game. I don't want to sign up. There we go. They hit a home run. This one run was a home run by one of the players. I'm not going to pay for this stuff. I can worry about that later. Yeah, they're doing pretty good. We are okay. Again, that's a Detroit. I don't. Try tune-up kit. It's Cummins, Detroit. I said this is like a full in frame. And ATL Diesel is the one who whose head is on the. They updated the head on that motor in my truck. Actually, just out of curiosity, see if they got. No, cut it out. Rebuild kits. I don't see anything for jig brakes. Rocker lifters, reman cam. What they put on mine was what they put on my truck. I believe it was this one right here. Because one of these is a firing Acert Ultra. Actually, where is my paperwork? Nope, that's the Carfax on the truck. Oh, it's the other thing I wanted to show you. Come here. Try this again. Show you. Yeah, they pulled it from all these ones. I don't think it's on listed any longer. No. What was that? Oh. Trying to find the out of service. No, I don't want to sign in. I don't want any of that. They had it listed on a whole bunch of stuff. Let's see. No. Oh, I think I know where I found it. No, it wasn't that. Where was it? I think it might have been under this. Was it this one here? Yeah, I can see, like, this is what it shows. This is the same build spec sheet I get for the truck. This is all it shows. I think that should be a 0. But I was able to look this thing up, and I don't want 10, I want 100. But see, like engine model, it just says C15. Diesel. That's under the engine manufacturer, truck. Cab type, conventional, Peterbilt, 357. Plant City. Where is it? Transmission. It does not list transmission on this. So that's why I've been trying to thing there. It says Plant State, Tennessee. It's not giving me anything that I can look up. But there was, I looked it up before. Trying to think. Does it still show the truck on their Facebook page? No. Bugging the hell out of me. No, I don't want PIN. I don't want anything about that. It was, I could look up their out of service. They had this particular truck was out of service in Georgia, I think it was, for driver not qualified. Let's see if I can't look at it another way. Out of service. No, I don't want that. Ugh. It's bugging me now. Correct, yeah. I showed that it. How the hell did I find it? That's the thing. Yeah, I know. I remember looking at that on a previous live stream. Yeah, I know. I just, ugh, it's bugging me. I wish this, I gotta get a new mouse or something. It's driving me nuts. No. That's VIN decoding. Where did it go? It's bugging me now. Out of service section. Because I know I had. Was that not? No, I've already done my filing for that. I've already done that. That's not what I'm looking for. Yeah, you don't remember how I found it either. It's bugging me. DOT number, is that? No, that's not what I want. Not a recall. Recalls? No, it's not under a recall. Oh, it's bugging me now. Yeah, as soon as you stop looking, you remember the last. Yeah. Yeah, that's usually how it goes. Oh, the other thing I got to do, I gotta get myself set back up with a Maine Motor Transport so I can get myself enrolled in random drug testing. I do have to do that. Licensing and insurance, yeah, no problem. Recalls. Enter VIN. That's not. There was. Oh, it's bugging the hell out of me. It is bugging me now. Now, if I do go tomorrow, if I do haul some stuff, what's your thoughts of going live? Or would you rather just have me record it and then go from there? I don't think it's under this one. No, it's not. That's not what I'm looking for. Vehicle specs by VIN. Oh, give me specs on it? Carfax vehicle history. I don't know. Maybe it'll join if I go live, but do whichever you want. No. That's fine. I'm just throwing it out there for everybody just as an option. If you want to. Yeah. I know. Let's see here. Actually, why am I struggling with that? I got that damn Carfax. I printed it off right here. No, all it shows for me. Actually, it's probably in my email too. So why am I doing that? But right now, let's see here. Year purchase of, let's see, I'm the 4th owner of the truck. Doesn't give any names. It says it was Oklahoma, owner 2, Oklahoma, owner 3, Oklahoma, Michigan. December 20th of 06, vehicle was purchased. Second owner bought it in October of 18. Owner 3 purchased it in February of 24. And then, of course, I purchased it in April of 25. Plan on holding on to it for a while. It's not on my Carfax. Oh man, it's bugging me now.
Text message.
No results found for that one. It's bugging me. Bugging me. I know it has out of service because there was a couple of them for brakes and a few other things. So that's just it is. It's irking me now. Bad. See, that's a problem. The VIN is a 0. As bad as the noise in the dash. Oh, you're talking about the little person in the dash with a sledgehammer that's bugging the hell out of me? Yeah. No, I don't want to request a PIN number. I want that. I want to look up the damn VIN number. DOT? No, that's not what I'm looking for. That's not the company I'm looking for. Just out of curiosity, I'm going to do something stupid. I don't think it's going to work, but... Yeah. Actually, let me see something here. Would it go under the MCS 150? Because you have to enter your VINs on those. Okay, it's DOT number. I don't want the DOT. No, that's not that. As I said, I'll probably wind up looking it up online here in a little while. Get off. I'll end the stream here in about 5 minutes, and I say that all the time. It usually takes a half an hour after that. But no. Control V. Oh, what state? I think it was Georgia. Was it Georgia? There we go. There's the truck. Oh, gone. Surprised Jeff hasn't found it yet. He has a knack for finding stuff in old videos. He does quite a bit there for me. I do appreciate all the help I get from everybody on this channel. The interactions with everybody, the chatting. Like I said, I usually try to do an hour stream, but usually they like now they lately they've been winding up like 3 hours long. Jeff, I'm looking. All right. Where was it? It's just bugging the hell out of me. That's the thing. Oh, it's a What if I can't change this? Or add, actually. No total loss, no flood damage. I got everything on that. No accidents on it. Nope. I hope you guys are getting good chuckle out of me, or it's bugging the hell out of me. That says recall. I'm not looking for recall. Oh. You're looking. Oh, that's it. Right, let's see here. Facebook page, they had it listed for 90 grand. They originally had it listed at $90,000 for that truck. I don't think it's no, it's no longer available. Nope, I don't want that one. I don't want that one. It's just bugging the hell out of me now. I knew I should have printed it off when I did. I saw it. You guys, everyone's still getting a good chuckle out of this, or what? I still got to call the state tomorrow too and get my fuel sticker in the mail. Still need to do that. Anyways, if I find it, I will let everybody know. Oh, geez, that was a few years ago. Pizza is the only love triangle I want. Sorry about that, folks. It's somebody I know and family. I'm going to have to go back to the live stream and look. It was either this one, one of these three. You got what? Almost 4 hours last week. As soon as I hit YouTube, the chat stream decided to crash. But I think I'm gonna have to end it tonight, guys. It's almost 11:15. I'm exhausted. Been a long day. We've been chatting, and probably the last hour I've been wasting your time trying to find the records on that truck being put out of service. And welcome back home, Mana, too. So who knows? I might jump on live tomorrow for a little bit. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know yet. But we'll figure that out when the time comes. So don't be surprised. There could be, I'm not saying there will be, but there could be a live stream tomorrow with first run of the truck. Might be something, just take everyone along with me for the first run. I'll have the owner of the pellet store, again, the one that lets me use the shop to work on the truck. Great guy. He wants me to buy half that store. He's going to be riding with me, so you could be hearing some things that you shouldn't hear. So if you do, just ignore it. Alright, why is everything going ballistic on me right now? Clear. Thank you. But yeah. No, thank you, Mana, for joining. Jeff, same with you. Mr. Somebody, up yours. Scott. Justin. Well, all of you are still in here. All of you are still in here. Thank you for joining me. Yeah. And at some point in time, Mana, I do believe I might be up your way with the truck. I'm not 100% sure yet. I have a company I've been in contact with a company that wants me up Howland, Carmel, Old Town area for some jobs they have up that way. So I've been negotiating prices with them. They want me bad because, as I said, I've worked with this company for years with my other truck, and the guys like me enough to where they're wanting to negotiate prices with me about coming up there for, I do believe it's like a 4-month job. So it'd wind up being, I'd probably find a campground or something up that way and bring the truck and my camper up, park it up there, so I got a place to stay instead of putting a couple 100 miles a day on the truck, going from basically Bangor back to the house every night. Save myself probably 2 hours of driving as well. Jeff and Maynard, yes, we do. All of us need to, at some point in time, try to connect together, meet up. I've already met Jeff, so that's all right. And I'm sorry we didn't see each other on the road there, Maynard, when I was driving back from Indy, and you were heading out on your family vacation. Even though you did see the back corner, you just saw basically the back corner of the body go into that overpass. I know you'd probably be hanging halfway out the vehicle if you saw me. Actually, let's go back here. I bet you would have been. I would have been, yeah. See, my most viewed short should be with Corshane. Yeah, listed as Corshane's. Most viewed live would be that one right there. I said, that still surprised the hell out of me. Oh. Whoops. That's what I would have made off that video. But I wasn't doing any I wasn't monetized at the time of this one. So, yep. All right, everyone. I'm going to have to end it here. My eyelids are getting pretty heavy. So, I hope to see everybody in another stream. If not, see you in the next video. So, all right. Stay safe, everyone. I'll see you the next time.